From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast with Scott Sander.
Welcome to the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast. I'm Scott Sander. On this episode,
Dennis Bland is the president of the Center for Leadership Development. He's also this year's winner of the Champions of Diversity Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Freedom Award.
Every business is unique and has a target audience. If you own or manage a business, Circulus Digital Media can help you connect and grow your customer base with turnkey digital solutions that are nimble, offering best-in-class results, service, and support to reach a bigger customer base, allowing you to pinpoint a specific audience down to the smallest details. Get outside the city, the state, span the globe. Put Circulus Digital Media to work for you. Get started now at circulusdigital.com. That's circulusdigital.com. This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. Success Story.
Robert Chagog, Indie Recorder Media, thank you for the great honor. I also salute all those other individuals who've been recognized. Congratulations. I'm honored to be amongst such an esteemed group. It's tough to get words out because I imagine my mother would be proud right now. I talked to her last when I was 5 years old. I had this unique experience of growing up as the child of Hattie Bell Hughes and Willie Bland, who were sharecroppers in Bovina, Mississippi and Jackson, Mississippi. My mother passed at the age of 33 for cancer. Left my father to then raise 8 children, the youngest 5 and the oldest 13. So as a 5-year-old, I watched life in a manner that told me that life for me would not be worth much unless my life was spent serving others. Because there's a recognition as a 5-year-old that my life was actually being directed by the philanthropy of other people. I was nurtured by the church. I was nurtured by a community that says that every child matters. And I have never forgotten the lesson. And so it seemed from that point on that once I got older, I was duty bound to say, and how can I then help others? I'm honored to receive this award that bears the name of one of the most distinguished individuals of the human family, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And it's profound to think that an individual in just trying to serve humanity actually had to sacrifice his life. Dr. King's words speak profoundly. And amongst his many quotes, one of the quotes that seemed to etch in my life at a very early age was the quote that says, "I cannot be what I ought to be until you are what you ought to be. We're inextricably bound into a single garment of destiny. When you feel pain, I hurt. When you cough, I sneeze." His life taught me that life was most fulfilling when you began to look out for those who are most vulnerable. I thought I was going to be a career lawyer. But there was always this tug to go back and look out for those who were the least and the lost. But then I must admit, there was also another quote, an African proverb that probably had the most compelling conviction. We're familiar with the African proverb that says it takes a village to raise a child. I was rocked by the African proverb that says, "And if the young are not initiated into the village, they will burn it down just to feel its warmth." So it seemed to me that my responsibility, my call, my life's work would be to see what I could do to perhaps just try to create for the city of Indianapolis one of the most super eminent youth development experiences that can be found anywhere on the planet. Can you give the young people of your community a youth development experience without peer? And so with the help of so many people and with the help of so many people in this room, we have simply sought out to try to give the young people of our community that gift. So I close with these words by Dr. Martin Luther King. They have given me inspiration, and I hope they give inspiration to those here. He says, whatever your life's work is, do it well. If it falls your lot to become a street sweeper, sweep streets like Michelangelo painted pictures, like Shakespeare wrote poetry, like Beethoven composed music. Sweep streets so well that all the host of heaven and earth will have to pause and say, here lived a great street sweeper who swept his job well. The Negro National Anthem has this powerful first verse that compels me, and we know it well. And then there's this second verse, and we kind of, And then there's the third, and then we just kind of say, help me, Lord. And yet it's important to find that third verse because it speaks profoundly to all of us, and there is a prophetic message there. So in the spirit of service, I will share the third verse. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, thou who hast by thy might led us into the light, keep us forever on the path, we pray. Lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met thee. Lest our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Shadow beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land. James Weldon Johnson and Rosamond Johnson is calling us back to the light. Thank you all so very much for this honor.
Our thanks again to all the contributors who joined us for this episode of the Business Equity and Opportunities podcast. We hope you found it enlightening, useful, and inspiring. You'll find more information about the show on our website, BEOshow.com. You can watch Business Equity and Opportunities Sunday mornings at 10 on Wish TV or live stream it through wishtv.com. Each week we provide 7 full segments with topics ranging from how to get started and how to access capital to the day-to-day running of your business and questions about accounting and bookkeeping. We feature business news and trends and always share a success story from one of our contributors. Join us next time for more insights into the world of small business. Be sure to sign up for our Business Equity and Opportunities newsletter to get even more valuable, up-to-date information. And if you have any questions or you'd like to be part of our show, please email us. The address is beo@wishtv.com. We'd love to hear from you. I'm Scott Sander. Thanks for listening.
Watch the Business Equity and Opportunities show on Wish TV and access all of our content and share it on demand anytime at BEOshow.com. You can find more podcasts from Wish TV on the All Indiana Podcast Network at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.